Welcome back to Trojans Live. Jordan Moore, John Jackson, and Jack Sears. We're talking quarterbacks here on Trojans Live tonight as spring football begins, and big void left by Sam Darnold, future first-round pick. We just talked to Matt Fink, and now Jack Sears, a rising redshirt freshman. And, really, Jack, you came in last year. You knew unless something really bad happened, they were going to try to redshirt you. You sort of get to drift to the background a little bit. So what did you take from that year, focus on in that year, knowing that you probably weren't going to go in anytime soon?
I think the redshirt life is a lot of mental reps. You have to show up each day knowing you may not get the physical reps or you may not play, but you have to be ready on your feet, knowing what to do, and it helps this spring when you're actually getting those physical reps to recall those mental reps you once took.
If there's anybody that can get the comparison to Sam Darnold, it's you, right? You went to the same high school as Sam. You played at San Clemente. You one-upped him by winning the CIF championship where he couldn't do that, right? And then now, of course, you come here, and sort of follow right behind Sam and the things he's done. How much have you patterned your game after him? What have you taken from him? I know you're not trying to be him. What are you taking from him, and what is the differences that sort of separate you guys in terms of quarterback play?
I think all the quarterbacks, you try and take little bits and pieces from everybody's game, like maybe how Tom Brady moves in the pocket or Aaron Rodgers' arm slot and how he throws on the move, and Sam, his ability to make plays when it all breaks down, and his composure. So I think you kind of create your own style through that, and everybody should have their own. You shouldn't try and emulate someone else's game. But for me, I'm just going out there trying to be myself, and I guess watching somebody play quarterback in high school and again in college, you're naturally going to do some similar things, but I'm just going out there trying to be who I am and be my own self.
What's in the water down there, though? I mean, not exactly like the classic pipeline to USC quarterback situation, but potentially having two guys from San Clemente High School is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's something special. I think San Clemente is one of the most amazing places to be, and even after Sam left and even after I left, the community still is there behind us and there to support us. So there's no place like it, in my opinion. I love going back.
Talk a little bit about that San Clemente community, because I've been around it too. I mean, it's great. They'll shut the town down, and they'll have parades. It's just a different factor. But they also, Coach Ortiz is a great coach as well, and it's something about what you and Sam were able to take from there in terms of quarterback play that's really translated to this level. What has it been? Because San Clemente isn't like the biggest school. It's not, it's not on the biggest stage oftentimes, but their players are big time.
I think the best part about San Clemente is there's one high school, and you go there and you're playing with a bunch of guys who live around you. You're spending a lot of time with them, and Coach Ortiz has done a great job assembling a staff of individuals who have played, some at college, some at the highest level, and they're great down-to-earth guys who teach you more than just football. So you're learning how to be a professional in high school, how to handle your business on and off the field, how to show up to practice from guys that have done it and succeeded both on and off the field.
How are you approaching this quarterback competition? I mean, and you're sort of going through this with Matt, obviously. At the end of the day, really only one quarterback plays, but, how are you approaching it?
I think the approach has to be go out there and be the best you can be. Focus on the things you can control, and at the end of the day, that's all there is to it. And you know that you put everything out there and you did everything you could to potentially win the spot.
And I saw you play several times in high school, and you also could run the ball extremely well from the quarterback spot. If there's one part of your game that you're trying to improve, because you can run it as well, so if there's one part of your game you're trying to improve, what is that?
The thing I'm trying to improve is just throwing from the pocket, finding the open guy, going through my reads, getting it out on time, getting it out early, letting the guys make plays, because that's what they're there to do. Get the ball in their hands, let them make plays, and watch them go.
Coach Helton was here earlier and talked about the importance that he puts in continuity on a coaching staff. You guys as a quarterback room, you're making this big transition, this competition. How important was it for you guys that Brian Ellis stays on, becomes your quarterback coach? Tyson Helton obviously goes to Tennessee. We'll talk to Brian here in a moment. But you have a familiar voice and face in that room as you go through a big season.
It's definitely nice having just that relationship already existing, and having somebody that's played the position, knows the mistakes you're going to make, knows how it's actually going to play out, and you're able to relate that back to you.
Is it tough because there's so many guys on this staff that have played the position? I mean, you have a head coach who's a quarterback. You have an offensive coordinator who's a quarterback. You have a quarterback coach that was a quarterback. quarterbacks are going to be tougher on quarterbacks because they know the difference. I mean, does that, sort of raise the bar a little bit?
It definitely does, but it's fun at the same time because you're trying to get the best out of you, and they're not going to let you get anything less. And they're going to hold you to a higher standard than even you believe you could.
All right, now this is my question, and I should have asked Matt the same thing. What receiver so far is already asking for the ball?
I was thinking the same thing. All of a sudden,
what receiver is like, look, throw it to me?
You must be getting more attention from the receivers now than you were last year.
I think that's every receiver. That's every receiver I've ever met. It's mindset. Throw me the ball, I'm open no matter what.
I was just out in the practice field, and Tyler Vaughn was already giving them a hard time. All of a sudden, it must be different, though. I mean, you're all of a sudden the guys are looking over and trying to figure out which one of you guys is going to take the mantle and lead this offense, I would imagine.
Yeah, just it's the same plays, the same routes, and we're both trying to get the ball at the same time. So hopefully not too much changes in the timing of the routes and getting the ball in their hands.
Well, my advice is this. Tyler Bonds and Trayvon Sidney are Bishop Amont guys. Throw it to the Amont guys. I can tell you, you'll never go wrong.
Wow. I'm going to tell Michael Pittman you said that. All right, that's Jack Sears. You heard from Matt Fink. Hey, their coach is next. We just talked about him. The new QB coach at USC, Brian Ellis, is next on Trojans Live.